this is Rita Dhungel. I am working on this project as a co-investigator and co-researcher and also a community builder. I came to Canada in 2005 with my family, so I'm an immigrant and I'm a guest in the Treaty 7 territory. And I recognize myself as a feminist participatory action researcher and community-based researcher. I would like to use my most of the time in most of my research actually participatory action research using Photovoice. That's something I strongly believe in changing communities using Photovoice project. In this project, as I said earlier, I'm going to be a co-researcher and then also co-investigator. However, in the meantime, I am going to be working with all of you in terms of understanding what Photovoice is, how we are going to be using Photovoice, and why we are doing this Photovoice project, and what are the implications or what we are going to be achieving out of the Photovoice project. What Photovoice is, for those people who have been involved in Photovoice project, you probably know that, but again we can define Photovoice in a different way. So for me, and then specifically in this project, Photovoice means community partners and then community residents and then research team come together and learn from each other using photography. When I say I'm a participatory action researcher, in my previous experiences, I have been using lots of Photovoice projects. One is I worked with African Black Caribbean women living with HIV in Edmonton, and I also worked with women living with HIV in Nepal. I use Photovoice project in both countries, and definitely there is no hard and fast rules in terms of using Photovoice. It depends on the goals of the project, and it depends on the nature of the project and also what participants want to do. I'll give you a brief example of what Photovoice project is and how we use this in the previous project. Then it will probably give you a little bit more understanding of how we are going to be using in this project. So in the past, we had an orientation session to talk about Photovoice project, and then we asked participants to go to their neighborhood or anywhere. Either it could be in train, or it could be in a bus, or it could be in their backyard, and reflect on their stories, and then take some photography that resonates that resonates with their life. Then they brought their picture and they shared their stories using that photography, and we captured their voices in audio recording, and then later they share what the photography they wanted to incorporate in Photovoice exhibition or when we were reaching out to policymakers. There is no one way that we can say, oh, Photovoice we are using as an empowerment tool. It could be your own experience. We can't really say that we are using this Photovoice as an advocacy tool. You might want to say, when the project is completed, this project I found that it was an empowerment tool or transformative tool, or it could be your liberatory tool. We don't know at this point, right? That's why it depends on how we want to proceed with this project. However, I would say in this project, we are using this Photovoice as an engagement tool, as an advocacy tool, and also as an investigative tool. As we all know, Photovoice is photo plus voice. So we can certainly see that there is some images and then there are some writing part are involved in Photovoice project. So once you go and take pictures, then based on the pictures, you are reflecting and you are writing something. So this is called Photovoice. So that's why photography and narratives both play a significant role in contributing to the Photovoice project. And you don't have to worry about what happened if my story is not aligned with some other people's stories, or my story is different than other, or is not good. It's not that way the Photovoice project works. Everybody is unique and your story is unique, and your story is important to you, not like your story is important to other people. Of course your story is important to other, but when you are taking photography and providing narratives on the based on the photography, please do not think about what other people think about. Your story is really, really important to you. What is important to you? You just capture those stories using photography in the Photovoice project. This is the most biggest beauty of Photovoice project is not a researcher from an academic institute or not any investigators are coming to you and doing research either on you or with you. You are the one who are going to be doing research into your own life, into your own situations, right? So you can certainly frame your narratives in what way you feel fatherhood means to you or how you interpret fatherhood. One story I'm going to be sharing with you today is the project that I was involved with women living with HIV in Nepal. One of the participants, she went to the hospital when her co-worker was hospitalized. She took a picture of the bed, and on the bed it was saying HIV patient. There was no number, there was just the HIV patient. So she took the picture of the bed and she brought this picture and she shared with us as part of her narratives that there was no confidentiality of people living with HIV in Nepal when they are in hospital. Anybody can easily find out that, oh, the person sitting or sleeping or lying on the bed is living with HIV. So what we did as part of the and how this Photovoice played at the community level and also the policy level, that we share this photography with communities and also some of the health professionals, what is happening, and people were really shocked. Not everywhere they have this kind of sign on their board, but yes, it is from one of the hospitals. Now, one of the organizations working with women living with HIV, she is using this photography and reaching out to policymakers, specifically health policymakers, and saying that we need to change this policy. So that kind of advocacy is happening right now through the engagement in campaign from Santi Foundation, one of the organizations working with HIV in Nepal. This is a great example that I gave you to how we can reach out to policymakers, how we use this photography to bring community and social change. We don't know the research at this point. We don't know what is coming out of this study, but I believe whatever will come out from your stories would help not only to understand what fatherhood means to the community at large, and also the institutional and organizational level, they would understand what they need to be doing in promoting community and family and their lives. We always believe that evidence-based research informs policies and programs. Of course it does, but it is more powerful when you do your own research, when you reflect on your situations, and then you say, this is something we need to be doing in future to make our community healthy, safe, welcoming, inclusive, and vibrant.